We interrupt your regular muscle programming to bring you this important announcement.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Tyler, and this video is going to be a response regarding TyStar's most recent video. For those watching in the future, the video in question is simply called Take Your Shirt Off. About 7 hours after it went live, YouTube flagged the video as age restricted, and while we at TCS don't agree with their decision, we're going to keep the video on the channel. By the way, we appealed and YouTube said no. I think the best way to approach the topic is to give a little bit of explanation over the content. Take Your Shirt Off is pretty self-explanatory regarding what's in it, and it features 15 different characters. The premise of the video is to show each of the guys, myself included, our muscular physiques, similar to what about 90% of the videos do on this channel. Live streams aside, of course. This also goes without saying, but all characters featured in TyStar's videos are over the age of 18. At the start of the TCS novels, I'm 22, Jace is 21, and Cody's the youngest at 18. The TCS series is catered towards adults, but it is a coming-of-age story where I have my cousin Jace, who's the protagonist, pay back the money I lent him because he was foolish to drop out of college to pursue his dream of owning a modeling agency. Now that we got the story context out of the way, let's get into why we disagree with YouTube's decision. This channel was built upon explaining the lore behind the TCS novels, and because TCS revolves around a male modeling agency, it's expected that the characters, myself included of course, would be posing shirtless. A lot of the appeal, or hook, is to have us taking our shirts off. Hell, one of the first major animations that we did was me taking my shirt off while getting ready for a day at the office. What's up, everyone? I'm Tyler, and I'm getting ready for a new day at work. Many of the videos on this channel depict guys taking their shirts off, and until now, none of them were age restricted. Going off the top of my head, 2 of the past music videos, namely Swimmers with Balls and My Own Free Soul, start with one or more of us taking our shirts off. Even non-music videos have plenty of moments where a guy takes his shirt off and no one bats an eye. Jace's friend Dustin did it for a video back in June, and Riker was forced to do a muscle video because of his poor performance in the TCS auditions. Hell, the auditions videos were somehow also given a pass, despite the camera focusing entirely on us flexing our muscles and zooming in on our chests for the occasional pec bounce. I can give other examples, but we'll be here all day if I did. So in other words, YouTube's being selective when it comes to what they censor and what they keep on the site. As a brief aside, I'm kinda curious as to why the Beach Tribe loincloths somehow got past the censors. Some of those leave very little to the imagination. After TyStar consulted a friend, part of the reason why Take Your Shirt Off may have been flagged was because it lacked educational or artistic merits. To prevent this video from suffering the same fate, let's get a little educational here. What's up, guys? I'm Tyler, and I'm here to teach you about the difference between facts and opinions. So a fact is a statement that's objectively true. For example, I am not wearing a shirt. And an opinion is a personal expression of belief. One good one is the last video TyStar did shouldn't have been age restricted. So for your homework on this lesson, your task will be to write a true objective fact and an opinion in the comments section of this video. Your comments will be scored out of 100 points, and any score less than 110 is a failing grade. So now let's return to your regular scheduled programming. Aren't you guys excited? Now that we got the educational clause out of the way, let's get into why I don't think this is entirely the case. While many of the Beach Tribe videos explain the lore of their world, many of the TCS videos are not really here to explain things, but rather to show off Jace's camera skills. We could go that route, but given the channel's target demographic, many of them would likely click off the video before Jace could even get the tripod set up. I could be wrong, though. Of course, if the audience really demands it, I'm sure Jace could get Null to try to do a muscle calculus series. Of course, I'd skip that because it's calculus, and no amount of staring at Noel's pecs is going to keep me awake through a boring math lecture. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. On a similar note, it seems like a lot of stuff is getting super prudish lately. When creating videos, it seems like not every prompt goes through, and the ones that do tend to produce poor results. Take pec bouncing, for example. Kling's the most agreeable when it comes to prompts, but it doesn't do a very good job on output. It took around 20 attempts or so to get Kai to pop his pecs the way he did in the ritual video. Other programs are far too restrictive. Sora didn't allow anything realistic where guys had their shirts off or in Speedos, and Veo's similar. Somehow, Veo actually got the peck bouncing done better than Kling ever did, but the prompts had to be extremely specific to get past the censors. A couple other apps didn't allow shirtless guys at all. Hell, one of them, where TyStar specifically said the character was to be fully clothed, was rejected for inappropriate content. In Western culture, which YouTube is part of and the vast majority of this channel's audience, males being shirtless is socially acceptable. It's a fact of life, and shielding a platonic and socially acceptable fact of life from people isn't helping anybody. So here's how this channel's gonna be going forward. TyStar will be continuing to post muscle videos on the channel, and it will likely be the usual fare. Peck bounces, flexing, shirtless guys doing shirtless things, you know the drill. However, there will likely be more story involved in future content, whether it would be a lore explanation for the world of the Transcendence, or a more narrative-focused plot like the ritual video. Streams will be continuing as normal when TyStar's schedule permits. He is currently going through Lost Ark at the time of this video, so please be sure to check it out when he's live. When he's not live, there's always the VOD. I appreciate everyone's support, and if you like the content of this video, please be sure to do the usual, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.